I'm pleased now to be joined by Dr. Richard Chung, pediatrician at Duke Health, and his son Caleb, one of the teenagers who took the step of participating in the Pfizer vaccine trial. Thanks so much for joining us. Caleb, first to you. What made you want to volunteer?
Well, probably one of the main reasons why I wanted to volunteer was definitely to help out with people in my community and just like across the world. Just hopefully, I just thought that if I participated in this particular trial, I could possibly speed up the production of the vaccine for other teens, and maybe possibly they could move on to even younger children, because I know they make up a pretty big percentage of the population here. And if we're to reach herd immunity, it would be a really good thing to get all the kids vaccinated.
Well, you sure did that. You certainly speeded it up, you and all the other kids. Now, first of all, how did it feel? Did it hurt?
Well, when I got the first injection, I did have a few side effects the day after. I experienced some mild headache, fatigue, sore throat, and like a little bit of pain in the injection site, but nothing really severe. I just had to take like a day off because I was just kind of exhausted.
Well, you certainly earned the day off. Dr. Chung, thank you so much for letting us talk to Caleb and yourself. You're a pediatrician among your other specialties. So what brought you to the decision to want, as a parent, for Caleb to get the shot?
Sure. So we heard about the opportunity actually in December. So I work at Duke and have some colleagues who actually help organize the site here in the Triangle in North Carolina. And this was around the time when the initial adult data actually came out from the Pfizer trial, really positive, encouraging data around both the safety and the effectiveness of the vaccine, at least in adults. And I knew at that point, Caleb was 12 at the time, and he had, to that point, endured about 9 to 10 months of this pandemic. His schooling was disrupted, his activities, a variety of other things. And, he had really endured this pretty admirably, but it wasn't ideal. And I could sense in him just the desire to do something concrete and specific, sitting at home, wearing a mask, especially for a 12-year-old, it kind of feels disempowering. You're at that age where you really want to exert control on the world. And so when we heard about this opportunity, Caleb again was 12 at the time, I brought it home to my wife. I talked with Caleb as well. And, it took a couple of days for us to just kind of think things through, because, as much as I want these vaccines to move forward as a pediatrician, as a dad, there's kind of another layer of consideration there. But again, the positive data in the adult trials, the fact that the pandemic was still such a clear and present danger for all of us, and then Caleb really wanting to do his part, the decision ultimately wasn't a difficult one.
And now of course, we all know that it's 100% effective in kids of this age. Caleb, tell me, how do you feel now where you can, according to the CDC, you can go out without a mask?
I'm really feeling hopeful and optimistic that I can maybe hopefully get back to normal and do more like open and more socially interactive things with my friends who are like around my age this summer, hopefully. And it'll be a lot more safe and effective in protecting more of the population now that we've moved on to a new phase of vaccinating. So I think that will be really exciting. And hopefully this will ensure for certain that we will be safe when we go back to school in the fall.
How messed up was it to be, away from school, away from your pals for the last year?
Well, it's certainly difficult. And at the beginning of the pandemic, I was having a pretty hard time not being able to socially interact and just adjusting to like online schooling and all the technology. But my mom has been kind enough to set aside some time and contact the parents of my other friends. And we've been able to get together like on each Wellness Wednesday, which is like just like a pause in the middle of the week that our school gives us.
That sounds like so much fun. Dr. Chung, what are you hearing from other parents?
Yeah, I think in general, there's a lot of excitement, I think, among the families that we communicate with and keep in touch with. And then also parents that I'm talking with in clinic. I think they're eager for their children to get the protection that they deserve. And they also have younger kids in the household. So they're eager for these trials to continue to progress to these younger age groups. I do also talk with other families who maybe aren't quite as sure. I think that's the other piece of this puzzle, right? I think we can develop all sorts of really effective and safe vaccine, but if we can't get it to people in a way that's acceptable to them, we haven't done our job. And so when I talk to those families, I really appreciate those opportunities, because when I talk with a parent, let's say in clinic, and they're hesitant about, vaccination, if they're earnestly wrestling with the decision, what I see in that is just a parent who's trying to do the right thing. For any parent, you can kind of relate when it's your kid. Even if you're a physician or somebody who does the science, it's a sort of a different thought process. But my encouragement always to them is, if they're hesitant, to not be sort of ashamed of that, but just kind of really engage and sort of dive into that, and not stay in that hesitancy, but try to move forward towards a positive, confident decision. Because truth be told, there's a lot of really good information out there, both the scientific data as well as other information about the importance of vaccination in our broader community. And I think if people have the opportunity to think through those things, maybe engage other healthcare professionals like their pediatricians to help them think through things, I have high confidence that the vast majority of folks who may be hesitant now won't be in the future. They just need the opportunity to kind of work it through. And then the other piece I always say is try to avoid the bad information. I mean, there's so much stuff out there, whether on social media or otherwise, that's put out there by people who have no interest in your child's health or well-being. I mean, they have other motivations, whatever they might be. But don't let your process get derailed by that misinformation. You and your family deserve better than that. So go to reputable sources. And if you need help, go to your pediatrician or other healthcare professionals. Work it through, because this is a golden opportunity, and your child deserves to get protected, I think. And so that's my recommendation.
And Caleb, what would you say to other kids?
I would say that, I certainly can't tell them that they have to get the vaccine, but I would definitely highly recommend it, because it could really be a great opportunity for a layer of protection from COVID-19, and could probably make it easier for you to see your friends like in person and get together and socially interact after the long months of the pandemic, and it can really help out. And I strongly believe that the science is reliable, but that's just my personal opinion. It's basically up to them whether they actually want to get the vaccine or not.
Well, Caleb, it's been so much fun talking to you and to Dr. Chung. And Caleb, I, like a million years ago, I was in one of the groups that was the first to get the Salk vaccine for polio. And it's something I've been happy and proud about for the rest of my life. So you've got a lot to look forward to, and we really thank you for being such a brave little guy, and for helping us out today. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news, and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.